Hello, everyone. Hey, on this week's Side Road Adventure, I thought I'd share with you some of my struggles and some of my success stories, too, on how I've gone about just decluttering and getting rid of goddamn freaking 30 years worth of crap. Yeah. Amazing how much stuff we accumulate over the years, huh? Yeah, and maybe you too will see that you're not alone in this struggle of, should I keep it or should I just trash all of it? Now, I would definitely bet that most of you are aware that us humans, we like our stuff. Hey, and the more stuff, the better, man, right? But now, come on now, really. Do we really need like 4 paint can openers? Oh, wait. No, take that back. 5. Yeah, I did leave one on the hook, so I actually did have 5. Yeah, I found 5 paint can openers in the garage when I finally got out there and cleaned it up. Yeah, yeah. Oh well, can't find one, just go buy another one, right? Oh, maybe that's part of the problem, right? Yeah, just like a pair of scissors. You got 3 or 4 around the house, but god darn it, every time you want to go find a pair of scissors, you're opening up this drawer, opening up that drawer. Enough already. Now, for those newcomers here that have decided to join us this go around, hey, welcome. Hey, let me set the stage a little bit for you, shall we? Now, if we go back to 2024, it was really starting to get to me. I was asking my wife back then, going, hey, can I get in there, honey, and go straighten up the storage room a little bit? Yes, we were actually calling it the storage room. Oh, heck, it's been about 10 years since the last time that bed in their room ever saw any action. So, yeah, it just ended up starting to be a collector-all place, You didn't have room for something that she was buying or something, and, yep, it just all kept getting thrown in there and getting thrown in there, and, yep. Next thing I know, we're both calling it the storage room. No, but anyhow, she made a definite point that no, under no circumstance you're not going in there and starting no project and cleaning up that room and this and that and the other. There's plenty of room in there. Just go take that package and go put it in there on top of all the others. You'll have plenty of time come spring. Come in, plenty of time at springtime to go ahead and clean. Okay, whatever. Yeah, well. Now, at the time, I had absolutely no idea whatsoever why she was being so adamant about the time frame and wouldn't let me get in there and even just straighten it up a little bit, Yeah, but, yeah. It wasn't very long and I learned, yeah. She ended up passing from cancer the beginning of that year. So, deep down, I believe, I truly do believe, yeah. In her mind, she knew what was going on, and yeah, she knew that, yeah, I would have plenty of time come springtime. Yeah, just like always. And she was right again. I had plenty of time to go ahead and clean out that spare room. That wasn't the first place that I went and cleaned. No. I made sure that I detailed the fireplace, the mantle area, and all that, and got it all spruced up, and yeah. So anyhow, I finally was able to get in there and start decluttering, our storage room. I was going to actually make it an official, guess what? Storage room. Yeah, get rid of that bed. Get me some good, nice wire racks to be put in there, and so that I can go ahead and have a nice, proper storage room, because yeah, that's the thing about even places like Costco today. Man, they encourage that even more so, you know? You go buy toilet paper, you're buying 2 tons of toilet paper at a time, like that in bulk. And you come home, half the stuff that you push out there to the car, it won't even, you're trying to battle, just trying to put it in the goddamn car to get it to go home, aren't you? Yep. And at first, I was probably like most of you. I had this brainy idea, thinking, wow, maybe I'll make a few bucks along the way. And I started taking the bed apart and this and that and the other, and got underneath the bed, started pulling all this Christmas stuff out. This little house here, this little house there, another house, another house, a few more houses down there. I'm like, how much crap do we have underneath this bed? And I started taking photographs of it too, because I was excited. I was thinking, man, I can just get $5 a piece for each of them, right? Yeah. I'll start add up quickly. Yeah. Then I started thinking about it. No, you know what? Because that's going to be a goddamn freaking pain in the butt too, though. Then I have to go ahead and package it up and try to ship it off to somebody, and I also have to figure out how to set me up one of those eBay type or whatever accounts, and and the more and more I started scratching my head and thinking more and more about it, and I'm like, nah, let me just go ahead and just all throw it in a box. So that's what I ended up doing. Throw it all in a box, and we'll just go ahead and put it all out there for the vets. Yeah, let them decide. Either maybe they can make a couple bucks on it. Hopefully, But the bigger stuff like the bed, that was nice. I took it all apart, even put all the screws and nuts and bolts and all that, and taped it to thinking that, hey, maybe somebody will come by and they'll pick it up and they'll go, set it up in their extra bedroom, that, so, when their little ones come over or whatever, that they have an extra spare bed, because there's nothing wrong with the bed. Yeah. And guess what happened to that bed? Mr. Scrap person came by. The only thing he was interested in is getting a hold of that bed frame. Yeah, that has the metal. I want nothing to do with no mattress or no wood or this and that there. All I want is the metal. Well, I had that all the way at the bottom. So, you can imagine what happened to that pile. Yeah, the wood went flying this way, went flying that way, and the mattress went the other way. And he got a hold of that bed frame that he wanted and went and flipped that in the back of his truck and went on his merry way. I'm looking out the front window after I hear all this racket, and I'm like, so I'm back out there again in my pile out by the street, straightening it back up, because Mr. Scrapman, was determined that he was going to go down there and get that piece of metal out there, Boy. Yeah. You put something out there, metal? Oh, those people can get that in a heartbeat. No problem, man. So there's no problem getting away, getting rid of metal. Yeah. There's always somebody out there looking for that. But anyhow, where were we? Yeah. So it just was a lot easier to go through, and for me, and I think probably for most, is just go ahead and box it up and give it to your local vets or Salvation Army or someplace like that. I mean, like here with the local vets here, all I had to do was go ahead and pick up the phone, and they come right to the door and take it right away from you, So you don't even have to get in the car and go nowhere or transport it anywhere. They'll come to you and pick it up, And it will benefit the vets. Oh, but you'd be surprised in the cleaning process when you really start getting into it, though, man. Yeah, just that one room alone, man. I kept digging through that room about a week. Yeah, about a week is what it took to get through that room. I even found Easter stuff. I'm like, when was the last time we ever put out Easter decorations? I can't remember seeing no Easter decorations around this house, but hey, we evidently have them. Man, we got stuff piled everywhere, it seems like, in this house. Time for me to go take a break and go use the restroom. And oh, look, there's more stuff right there. Oh, she's too big for that now. Nope. She can't put her big body between the cabinet and the toilet like that no more. I just thought that was comical when I was looking through the photos. And I was taking that was taken during that time frame, me cleaning the house. And yep, I happened to step inside the bathroom to go take 5 basically, and yep, there's the dog. Oh, okay. Oh, so then we finally venture into the next room. And we start with something you think simple. I'll just go ahead and start organizing these drawers right through here. And electronics. Man, that's the other deadly area that we get a lot of because, yeah, everything comes with a cable. Everything comes with this connection and that connection. And then after 2 or 3 years, guess what? You're buying something new and guess what? You got 2 or 3 more cables that you got to deal with now, right? Well, better never throw those away either, right? Might always need that cable. You never know. Yeah, I threw away a lot. I was really proud and got those drawers all organized. And I look, I still got spare cables. Yeah, then I go ahead and open up the closet door and start working on the closet in that room. And look, I got a box up there. It says, more goddamn freaking spare cables. What the? Yeah, you know what I did with that box? Yeah, it went right in the goddamn freaking trash. I'm like, I'm not even sorting through that. If I haven't, yeah, I didn't even know that thing was up there. But obviously, through the 30 years of me being here in this house, yeah, I thought, I need this connection and that connection. You never know when I need to hook something back up again. Yeah, I guarantee 9 times out of 10, I forgot where, if I ever did have that cable, then I probably just found myself back down at Best Buy or whatever to, go pick up another one. So a lot of good that ever did. Yeah. But a little bit at a time, you keep digging, but 90%, 90% ends up just being tossed because that's where it ends up going. Nobody wants your junk. It's plain and simple, Everybody else already has 2 tons of crap, Man, this is like actually, I think my garage is halfway decent compared to what I've seen some of these people back in the day when I was going and tootling to work back and forth. Every once in a while, you would see that particular garage door open, and you'd be driving by looking, and all you saw was this complete wall of crap. And you're just like, what the hell? You can't even walk inside that garage into the house if you wanted to, because there is a door on the other side of the garage in all these homes where you can actually go inside the house. Half these people, they don't even have a little pathway where you can even scoot sideways. Surprising. I mean, yeah. Why? Why do we need to have so much crap? I just don't get it. I don't get it. Oh. But you see a house like that when you drive by and you see the garage like that, it does give you a fuzzy warm feeling, don't it? That, see, my house isn't as bad as theirs. Really? Where were we? And unfortunately, yes, there was many times that you come across stuff like this box right here. Scrapbook pages that my wife was working on that she never completed. Whole box full. Yeah. Well, needless to say, you come across certain things like that, and 9 times out of 10, well, that usually means you're done for the day. But that's okay, because in retirement we do have plenty of time. That just means we come back maybe the next day or two and pick up where we left off. And yeah, photos is one thing that you're going to go ahead and keep, just like that big box up here that I ended up compiling and finding more little piles here and there. At least now they're all in one central spot, though, and hopefully eventually I'll be able to go through and catalog them correctly, and instead of them just being stuck in a box, put them on I'm hoping to be able to digitize a majority of them. So, again, more projects down the road. So, that's one thing that when you do a project like this, that, it seems like nine times out of 10, any one particular project you ever start always ends up causing another project in the works for down the road. It just seems to be that way, My main concern about getting rid of the stuff and cleaning is so I have less to clean. If the item's not there, the knick-knack's not there, yeah. This is like the bedroom over here. Yeah. I got this chair that I went and threw back there in the back corner that came out of this computer room. Yeah. All it does now is just sit there and you can see. Yeah, all it does is sit there and collect dust. Yeah. So when I get around to that room and start cleaning in that room, well, I'll be sitting that on the front porch next go around for the vets to come pick up. And yeah. Or I can just set it by the curb, and I'm sure Mr. Scrap Person, he'll be grabbing it for, every little bit, a piece of metal that's on there. Hey! If it has any metal of any kind, yeah, they'll go ahead and, yeah. Oh, that brings me to another point. Yeah, we started, the big project was cleaning out my garage. Yep, started cleaning, digging through the garage, doing this and that and the other to, again, go out there and buy some shelving so I can go ahead and store some more crap. But, hey, it's a lot better than having that big old TV entertainment center that was out there originally that, yeah. We got ourselves a big screen TV. So, that cabinet ended up in the garage about 20 years ago. And it's been sitting out ever since as a storage unit. Now, of course, one of the other problems that you need to consider too, though, especially if you live by, like myself, live alone, yeah, you get big old storage units like that TV, big old monstrosity there. Even with nothing in it, it still weighs 1.5 tons, man. It really requires 2 people to move anywhere, so yeah, you need to be careful and not hurting yourself, because that's the last thing you need to be doing is busting your back and this and that and the other. Yeah. I just like the same thing too. I'd start thinking twice about. I'm wanting to go ahead and put all the license plates that I had throughout the garage, all just up together on the across the top of the wall right there. I thought, yeah, that'll look cool. Yeah, and then I started getting up there on the ladder going, do I really need to be doing this? So you really have to start thinking about it and be careful. Not being, not hurting yourself, because, all it takes is that one misstep. Yeah. And I actually did find myself saying that to myself as I was doing all that baloney. I don't want to be hurting myself. I need to, pay attention to what the heck I'm doing. So, but little by little, I was able to go ahead and straighten up the garage. And 90% of it was all just, trash. But now, there's certain things that I did take the time and organize and, nuts and bolts. You never always need a nut and a bolt someplace, I've gone out there many times and gone through that little, so, it's all neat and organized. Oh, it wasn't organized though before. No, I was just throwing this bolt and that screw and that screw and all, so at least now, if I have the right type of screw out there, it's going to be together with all the others, and so it will be easier to find. So that does make a difference. Yeah, you clean, and you start finding stuff like, look, WD-40. There's a can. There's another can. Hey, look. I end up, I got 4 frickin' cans of WD-40. I think I'm set for the rest of my time here on Earth. If I need to go buy me another can of WD-40, something's wrong. But, I had a lot of stuff in the packages. Everyone's complaining about the pricing. Hey, check this out. See that? Yeah. Kmart, 2 for $1. Yeah. Yep, there's proof right there that, prices really have gotten out of hand, haven't they? But it does make you feel good. That is one thing, though. You do clean up an area like that, it's easier to maintain. Now I can go in there and I can actually physically know that, I do have 4 cans of WD-40 and I think I'm good to go. And so it should save me some money on running down to the hardware store because I can't find the son of a gun that I need, right? Speaking of which, I just did that the other day with some Drano fluid. Yeah. This kitchen sink was all clogged up, and so what do? My next time at the grocery store, I picked up a bottle of Drano. Yeah. Only used half the bottle, so I went to go take the bottle and put it down there underneath the kitchen sink with the rest of the other chemicals. Guess what was frickin' sitting down there? A bottle of Drano. That surprised the heck out of me. I'm like, okay, I need to get in that kitchen cabinet and make sure that I clean out all that stuff too. Yeah. I'll get this stuff out of the house that is outdated, we no longer need. Organized, so even places like, medicine cabinet. I did work on that. Makes a big difference now. I can open it up and I can see the medicine. Before that, it was you'd be digging and digging and digging through there, trying to, I think we got cold medicine back here somewhere. So it does make things easier when you get it. Open up that cabinet door and you're able to go ahead and see what the heck you actually own. So it always seems to be work still in progress, but a little bit at a time. Don't expect it to happen overnight, because I think, I was actually watched a few of these decluttering deals and what have you, and other YouTube channels out there talking about decluttering. Do it in the weekend, zippity doo, this and that and the other. And I think, no, really? I don't think that's realistic whatsoever. No, you just a little bit at a time. Just start with that junk drawer. I guarantee you, there's nothing in that junk drawer that you need except for that thing at the very, very far back that you probably forgot you even had. But we're making progress. one day at a time, one drawer at a time, basically. And that's really the best way to work at it. Yeah. You just pick a small little section of the room, one side of the closet. Don't have to be the whole closet. Just start with one side of the closet, perhaps. Try to, see what's there and organize and see what you can get rid of in a little bit at a time. Now, even for me, there's probably certain things in this house I'll never get rid of. It's just like my wife's chair right there and her table. Yeah, to this day, her phone's still sitting there on the charger, ready to go, along with her 2 iPads. Yeah. You know something about that too? She used to have a remote to the TV also sitting there. Yeah, well, I had to go ahead and steal that remote off of her TV because guess what? Dogs decided when I went to a while back and to a little venture down to the grocery store and back that they decided they were going to go ahead and grab that remote and tear it up to pieces. Yeah. Then one other time, they decided they were going to go ahead and grab what? Yeah, the cord to my iPad. Yeah. What's the deal? How come they won't touch nothing on that table? It's a secret to me, but they they leave it alone. Mystery to me. It really, something about that table. It's like, no, because that remote was sitting there, no problem. And no, they're going to grab my remote or tear up my cable, stuff that's over by my chair. Yeah, now you can see who they're targeting their anger at, obviously at, right? Oh, yeah, and then there's other places like the attic. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever climb up there and take all the crap that's up there in that attic down. Yeah, I got Christmas decorations up there like you can't believe, along with all kinds of baby stuff, but from back in the day. Yeah. It's amazing. Not until you really start digging and seeing how much stuff you really have around the house, you'd be surprised how much crap you can really accumulate. What's the strangest thing you ever came across when you were cleaning out that junk drawer? Share that little comment with us, and we like to hear your success stories and your struggles. Thanks, guys. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do me a favor. It makes all the world of difference. I appreciate y'all. And we'll see everybody on the next side road.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Our wags will never end. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Our wags will never end. Until our next adventure, be sure to check the side road. That's where you'll find us, tails a wagging, on seeing your arrival again. Happy trails to you, until we meet again. Our wags will never